with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man to go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
Queen.
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
I'm
Queen.
getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
All right. Hello, everyone. Grand Rising. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Please be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, Twitter at DGoddess27, and also if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Okay, so let's get ready to get into it. Everybody hit that like button. That's the one way you can support the stream for free. And while we're, before we get started, let's have a word from my sponsor at 12 Tribes.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Okay, so don't forget you can purchase 12 Tribes at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Kratz. You can also find it at Walmart.com. Okay, so let's get ready to get into it. All right, hello, Andrew. Khalid Harleem is here. Fat Boo. Miss Sheila is in the house. Pearly. Vince, I am from the UK. Deronda. All right, let's get into it. Shout out to all of my loyal royals and everyone tuned into the Queen. I see you, Donna. Terry is here. Shamika. All right, where are my moderators? Cecilia is here. Okay, well, I got Vince, I am. Where's the rest of their sorry selves? Still asleep? Okay, so let's get into it. Did I say you, Andrew? Hey, beloved. Okay, so let's talk about it. So you all know that I told you Busby had about 7 more lawsuits for Diddy waiting for him. Okay, right after the other one got dismissed. And it is all nefarious. Okay, so let's talk about it. I'm not going to go through the docs right now.
But let's just talk about this, because remember he said that one of the accusers claims to have been 15 years old when this happened. Well, this is an awful story if true. Okay, because Diddy's accused of hiring a trafficked 15-year-old, okay, to basically come to this party where they were having group sex, and basically saying that the party at the warehouse was a front, okay, for some illicit activities. All right, so we're going to get into it. Everybody hit that like button. So let's talk about it. Now, this was first reported by TMZ, so I'm going to read through several, at least a couple of articles. Okay, so Diddy accused of hiring trafficked underage girl. Now, a woman who said she was trafficked as a teenager is now suing Diddy, claiming that he paid her and other minors to work at an sex party in Miami just a few years ago. Now, the alleged victim filed the lawsuit on Friday and details the encounter, where which she claims went down in or around 2020 when Diddy was hosting a huge party. Diddy's always having these nefarious parties, but people want to act like they left early. So anyway, what she says was clearly organized as a group sex event hosted at a warehouse. So I guess she's saying that it was all just a front for something else, also nefarious. Now, it goes on to say that in the court docs obtained by TMZ, she says that Diddy made a formal announcement and a toast to start the party. The woman says that she'd already been given illegal substances at that point and was sedated by an unnamed man. Now, she says that that man was not Diddy, but she called the person her trafficker. She claims to have been under the thumb of various pimps since she was at the age of 12. Can you imagine? Where are the parents of these kids? Are they being abducted or what? I have so many questions. Anyway, she said that she had been with various pimps since the age of 12, and at the time of Diddy's party, she was only 15. So according to the suit, she was taken to a curtained off area with a bed in the middle, and over the next several hours, she was forced to have sex with about 20 men. Okay, can y'all imagine this? Now, she doesn't say that Diddy was among the 20 who did these things to her, but she did say that she could see him in an adjacent area having sex with a Latina. Now, she estimated that this girl was 12 or 13 years old. This is all so sick. So the woman claims the girl had been in the same trafficked group as her. Now, the plaintiff also alleges that Diddy watched as others had sex with her. And then after the party ended, she claims her trafficker then transported her and other girls to a secret location. Probably Epstein's Island, honey, just to be honest. Now, the suit is another filed by attorney Tony Busby, who's now filed dozens of cases against Diddy, and it seeks damages from Diddy, his companies, and multiple John Does for sexual assault and aiding and abetting sexual assault. Well, here's the thing. I'm sorry, beloveds, that's my alarm going off. Now, here's the thing, though. If these people, these 20 people that she said that she had to have relations with, if these people aren't famous or they're just regular individuals, I wonder if she'll even be able to identify them. Okay, because let's remember, she says she was 15 at the time. Now, of course, this wasn't as long ago as the first case that Busby just had dismissed. This was only back in 2020. Okay, so that was just 5 short years ago. So she's likely around 20 or 21 at this point. But I'm just wondering if she knew who those people were. Were they celebrities? Were they high profile? Or were they just some of these entourage, you know, like security, other staff or whomever worked for him? Because he used to let everybody get down and dirty. And quite frankly, that was his way, if we remember, allegedly, shall I say, that was his way of allegedly having them intertwined in the shenanigans so they wouldn't snitch on him. Remember what the guy said who used to set up the rooms for his Wild King Nights is what he called it. The Wild King Nights. Remember how he said Diddy made him have relations with this woman that he didn't even know and he really didn't want to do it, but Diddy made him do it so he could see if he could trust him or not. So could have been some of those people. Who knows? But if it is celebrities, I hope BuzzFeed hurries up and put those names out there. Okay, so anyway, goes on to say that while, hold on, where am I at? Okay, so says that they took them to a secret location, and then says that she's filed now against dozens, or BuzzFeed's filed dozens of cases against Diddy and seeks damages from him, his companies, and multiple John Does for sexual assault and aiding and abetting sexual assault. Now, while the federal indictment against Diddy includes trafficking and assault charges, the alleged victims in the government's case are 3 adult women. Okay, interesting side note, they say. This new plaintiff says she was finally saved from the trafficking during a sting operation 2 years later in Virginia. Well, thank God for that. Now, and of course, Diddy's legal team is denying all of this and saying, you know what, y'all need to just sit there and let the legal, process play out, because Diddy didn't do any of this and anybody can make up anything. The same spiel that they always give. So, I don't know if this stuff is true or not. There's a whole lot of allegations that we have to sift through. And quite frankly, at this point, we probably don't know what to believe. Now, I do believe Diddy is nefarious and has done some things at the end of the day, but I don't believe all of these people. I don't believe every last one of these people. Now, the ones that I really don't believe, I already told you guys I didn't believe them when I first read their stories, like Adria English, for example. I told you right away that I didn't believe her. I also told you right away I didn't believe Ariel Mitchell, okay, the attorney. I thought she was shady. And as it turns out, yeah, she definitely is, as far as I'm concerned. Now, Diddy's legal team, of course, they welcomed the dismissal that they just had, and I'm sure Diddy was trying to celebrate as best he could. Okay, so they said today's complete dismissal without a settlement by the 1-800 attorney is yet another confirmation that these lawsuits are built on falsehoods, not facts. And notice now, even Diddy's legal team is saying there was no settlement. And, there's some people that are still trying to imply that Jay-Z settled and gave this woman money. They're saying that, oh, him and BuzzFeed, they got together behind closed doors and they had a secret settlement. Here's the thing. I don't believe that at all. And if that were the case, well, Jay-Z's still suing Tony Busby. So why would Busby want to sit down and have a settlement with him? Okay. Why would he want to sit down and just have a peaceful settlement and then just go ahead and dismiss the case? I mean, well, of course, Busby would do that. What am I thinking? Of course, he would likely do that if it was enough money being offered, but that's absolutely not the case. Okay, that didn't happen. It didn't happen, and if it did, we'd know about it, like I told you guys earlier. Okay, and one's in the chat, because I want you all's opinion, because somebody left me a little slick comment, and I had to go in on them. Basically said, oh, no, you don't go there. You was just all hooping and hollering for Tony Busby now that he's losing. First of all, honey, I don't know who told them, but Tony Busby is not losing. Okay, like I said previously, at some point there you have a bunch of cases. Well, you can't be expected to win every last one. One of them may just slip through the cracks. You may not have all the information, but at the end of the day, that does not take away his abilities as an attorney, in my opinion. And then some fool left me a comment trying to be smart, and that's why I'm calling them a fool, because don't try to come on my page trying to get smart with me. If you got a comment, leave your damn comment. You don't have to agree with the queen, but don't try to talk trash in the process, okay? Because you're going to get the smoke. But anyway, like I was saying, some fool left me a comment saying something along the lines of, and this is from the last video that I did. If you guys missed that, please go back and watch, because I gave more information and details to explain to you just why Jay-Z and Diddy's lawsuit was voluntarily dismissed. But anyway, with that all being said, if you all remember on that video, I told you, I was talking about basically, where was I going? I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I was talking about how Alex Spiro allowed Jay-Z to file the motion for dismissal right after he saw that interview that Jane Doe did. And that's not how it works. You have to go sit down and talk to the other parties first. And I was bringing up, why didn't Alex Spiro tell Jay-Z that? Because, of course, he knew it. Because if I know it, how does he not know it when he's a high-profile attorney? So this person left me a little smart comment talking about, well, didn't Tony Busby know that he was supposed to vet his clients before he filed a frivolous lawsuit? Well, here's the thing. Here's my response to that. The lawsuit was never deemed frivolous. Okay, it was never deemed frivolous. That's for number one. And only a judge can deem it as frivolous. Now, the other attorney could say that he thinks it's frivolous, but that's for a judge to decide. And since it never went to court, it has never been deemed as frivolous. That's for number one. And for number two, even when attorneys vet their clients, sometimes clients lie. Fool, or do you think that everybody tells their attorneys the truth? Okay, yeah, they don't. Some people lie. And your attorney is likely going to go along with what you say. Okay, so that's how that goes. All right, so that's how that goes. That's how that goes. At the end of the day, Vince, I am said exactly, Queen. Okay, thank you. Now, once in the chat, beloveds, if in fact you believe that Busby, it's going to be victorious in these next few lawsuits. Once, if you think that Busby's got something going on, or if you think that Busby's just out of the game, because, honey, some people have been dragging Busby, but I'm not going to drag him. Because, like I said, he's still a good attorney in my book until further notice. Now, just because one case slipped through the cracks, that means nothing to me. Let's see what else happens, okay? Because here's the thing. Jay-Z is very slick and sly and is in with some some very big-time people. So, I'm not surprised at anything that happens with him. Okay, I see a lot of you are putting ones, okay? Now, Kwame says, if Busby vetted the plaintiff, he wouldn't be scared of sanctions and wouldn't dismiss the lawsuit. Well, here's the thing. That could or could not be true. But if Jay-Z was innocent, would he be afraid of going to court? Would he have been so quick to try to get it dismissed, beloved? That's what you should ask yourself. I mean, it can go both ways. Both things can be true. Maybe Busby didn't vet the client properly and was afraid of getting sanctions. And that maybe is why he dismissed the lawsuit. If it was, at the end of the day, that was a smart move on his behalf, wouldn't you think? I mean, why criticize somebody for taking a smart option? Okay, you'd have to be a damn fool if you felt like you were going to lose. If you felt like your case was falling apart, you're going to still go to court so the judge can dismiss it. Now you look stupid. Now your client's humiliated, and now you might be sanctioned. Yeah, he took the smart road as far as I'm concerned. And if Jay-Z was innocent, as I said, well, why the hell did he try to get that case dismissed so damn fast? Why didn't he want to go to court and fight? You see, that's what you do if you're really innocent. You go and fight to prove your innocence. Because guess what? If you settle or the case gets dismissed, that doesn't mean you're innocent. I know some people foolishly say, oh, Jay-Z's innocent. Because the case got dismissed, that does not mean he's innocent. It just means that the case was dismissed due to a lack of evidence, which also doesn't mean that he was innocent. Okay? Hold on. Fat Boo said, lickety split fast, tried to get it thrown out. And he doesn't want to look guilty. Exactly. That's what I think. And then here's the thing. He did it so damn fast that he didn't even follow the rules of law. Okay, that's what he didn't do. He tried to do it so quick that he didn't even follow the rule of law and had to go back and do it all over again. Okay, please pay attention. Meanwhile, Spiro was sucking up his money. That's what he was doing. I didn't mean to put that comment on the screen. Okay, Alrich said nobody is untouchable. Jay-Z should humble himself. Exactly, beloved. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. Zakiya said exactly. That doesn't prove his innocence. Sure doesn't. And here's the thing. Did y'all forget? Listen, for all the people cheerleading for Jay-Z, need I remind you of all the nefariousness that Jay-Z has been accused of all the minors that Jay-Z has been alleged to have been messing around with, even got a son by one? I mean, why are y'all sitting here cheerleading for him like he's the best thing since sliced bread? I just have a whole lot of questions, because if he wasn't a predator in this situation, well, I'm pretty sure that he wasn't another. Okay? I'm pretty sure he wasn't another. Now, that's my opinion at the end of the day. So y'all can sit there and talk trash all y'all want, but at the end of the day, Jay-Z is still low down and dirty as far as I'm concerned. Okay? That's how that goes. Now, let's talk about Elon Musk, because Elon's out here exposing everybody, and then, sadly for him, he got exposed by his baby mama, honey. He had a whole secret baby mama, which is interesting to me because he has plenty of them. Why did he want one of them to be a secret? Those are his baby's moms right there, a few of them, no less. Okay, and so one of them, she was supposed to be kept a secret. That's her right there. And he didn't want her telling anybody. about the little bun that he put in her oven. That's what he told her. And she said that he pretty much ghosted her after she had the baby. Says that he literally ghosted her. And I find it all so interesting. So let's talk about it. That was the wrong thing for him to do because now she's coming out and telling it all. Elon Musk gushes over baby mama Siobhan Zillis and kids in the middle of Ashley St. Clair controversy. All right, they said it's cold-blooded. Now, this right here is Ashley. Okay, that's the one he goes, keep quiet, don't tell anybody, and told her he didn't want to sign the birth certificate and all of that. She should have known he was on some shady stuff right then and there. Okay, Elon, excuse me, Elon, you're a deadbeat dad. Is that what's going on here? Now, this is Siobhan, the one that he was posting a little heart to on social media. And the other one saw it. And that's what set her off, I believe. Elon Musk has once again proven he isn't shy about his private life after exchanging heart-faced emojis with one of his baby mamas, Siobhan Zillis, as the controversy over conservative influencer Ashley St. Clair bubbled up on his platform. Now, Zillis is 39. She's a Canadian venture capitalist and an executive at the Musk-owned Neuralink company. Okay, she shared a sweet picture of her with her twins, son Strider and daughter Azure, on her account on X. And she said, "Little loves of my life." That's what she wrote on the picture, accompanied by 2 red heart emojis. And then Elon replied underneath her post with a heart-faced emoji, to which Zillis added a further heart in response. Now, the exchange took place about 2 hours after St. Clair called out Musk on X, claiming she had given birth to his 13th child in secret, and that he didn't even have the decency, okay, hadn't even completed an agreement to recognize and care for her baby boy. Speaking exclusively to the Post, St. Clair, who's 26, claimed that her alleged fling with the Tesla and SpaceX boss began after he slid into her DMs. Honey, Elon, you up here 50-something years old, sliding into DMs? So that's what you're doing? But let me continue. And so she also alleged that she was forced to spend her pregnancy alone. So she was holed up in a lavish apartment in New York City, all by herself. And this is all nefarious, Elon. While he's up there exposing the DMs, honey, now you're getting exposed. This is all messy. Okay, not baby mama drama. Elon, this is also ghetto. Now, despite that, she said that she did regret having her child with the billionaire who she met when she was 24 and he was 51. She says, "My child is the most perfect thing that ever happened to me. I wouldn't change anything." Now, Zillis made her post less than 2 hours after St. Clair sent tongues with her claims. Sent tongues with her claims. I don't know what that means. Do you all know? I might be out of touch, but let me continue. On X, one X user branded the post and Musk's response as cold-blooded. Now, the Yale-educated artificial intelligence exec gave birth to twins in 2021, according to court documents published by The Insider in 2022. She previously indicated that Musk had offered to be her sperm donor. So, court documents in Travis County, Texas, revealed that the twins, born in November of 2021, were conceived through in vitro fertilization. Okay, now featured in the picture, not featured in the picture, was the pair's 3rd child, born in 2024, whose existence Musk confirmed last June. Now, that child's name and their name and gender has not been revealed. Zillis was recently spotted with Musk this week during a meeting with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Washington, D.C. Now, the pair accompanied by Azure and Strider, as well as Musk's son X. That's the little badass one that was in the office, in the Oval Office, telling Trump to shut up, telling Trump, "I want you to shut your mouth. You're not the president. You need to just go." I mean, just going in on Trump, honey. That's how he talks to grown people. And I bet Elon and the boy's mother probably think that stuff is so cute. Raising a whole little omen. So anyway, goes on to say that, as well as Musk's son X from his previous relationship with pop star Grimes, they met with Modi, where they discussed technology and space exploration. Okay, sounds boring as hell at the end of the day. Now they're going to say that on Saturday, Musk broke his St. Clair's claims, responded to a post on X alleging that St. Clair had been plotting for 5 years to have his child. Now, this is where he sounds crazy. I say, what, Elon? He said she had been plotting for 5 years to have his child. So then he went ahead and had unprotected relations with her to help her finish out her plot. Like, Elon, please sit down somewhere. Okay, please sit down somewhere. And then they say, whoa, Musk wrote on X in response to the post claiming Ashley St. Clair plotted for half a decade to ensnare Elon Musk. That's what he said. And not that he said, whoa. Like he was so shocked and appalled. Like, sit down, dude. To ensnare him, please. The St. Clair responded to Musk's reply in a since deleted post, calling him out for amplifying smears and for not responding to her publicly. Now, in another since deleted response, she called the original post from 2020 clearly in jest and sensationally claimed that Musk had been asking me to have more children just last week while he sent up there a line talking about she was plotting on him for 5 years, half a decade. Now, y'all know that's a lie. Y'all know that's a lie, because if that woman was doing all of that, okay, you think he would have been so happy to have relations with her? Because clearly he was. All right, Miss Sheila said that's Damien. Exactly. Elon's the Antichrist, okay? And I'm being very serious. I really think he's the Antichrist. Okay, I might sound crazy to y'all, but that's what I really think. Okay, now, with that all being said, that's what I literally think, okay? Have y'all talked to his former nanny lately? She told quite a tale that led me to think exactly that. And I'm not even joking. Now, listen to this, because I found out some information on y'all's former President Biden. And I want y'all to hear this. Deputy archivist of the U.S. To retire following Trump firing of the National Archives chief. So 1 week after President Trump fired the head of the National Archives and Records Administration, the second in command, that is, the deputy archivist has informed colleagues of his intent to retire, according to a source familiar with the situation. Now, William J. Bosanko served as Chief Operating Officer for the National Archives when the FBI served a search warrant on Mar-a-Lago in August of 2022. Now, you already see where this is going. They served a search warrant to who? On Trump at his resort. Yeah, we know how this is going. So anyway, it goes on to say they served this warrant in order to seize boxes of Trump's records. You remember when they said Trump had those classified documents, okay, including classified material that the agency said had not been properly transferred to the archives at the conclusion of Mr. Trump's first term. Mr. Trump was federally indicted in the case in June of 2023, but following a long legal saga, the charges were formally dismissed earlier this week. Now, Mr. Trump has been publicly critical of the National Archives since the case was brought. I bet he has. So Bosanko has worked for the National Archives since 1993 and has served as deputy archivist since December of 2023. In that role, he runs the day-to-day operations of the agency. Now, they say when an individual controls the records, they control the story. That's what Bosanko said in an interview with 60 Minutes last September, saying they control what the American people can do, what they know. I'm sorry, not what they can do, but what they know or not know, okay, about their presidency. Now, he also reflected on what he believes is lost when presidential records are not transferred at the end of an administration, saying that strikes at the very heart of the historical record, okay, the completeness of it, the ability to understand decisions. And it's so important for historians and ultimately the American people to understand all of the pieces that came in and made up that decision. Now, on February the 7th, the White House announced that it had dismissed National Archivist Colin Shogan, the nation's top record keeper, and installed Secretary of State Marco Rubio as her acting replacement. And she is not happy about it. She is not happy about it, beloveds, because they said this woman, basically they said that she was trying to get rid of all the stuff that she figured Trump and the Trumpsters, MAGA, that they wouldn't like. So let's go to this video, because somebody did a video about it. And they basically said that she was trying to whitewash everything real quick before Trump and them got there. I guess she thought that was going to help her keep her job, but sadly, she thought wrong, honey, because Trump said, nope, you got to go.
Remember Colleen Shogan? the archivist who was appointed by Biden, who was accused of whitewashing the National Archives. Shogun has reportedly ordered the removal of references to Martin Luther King Jr., the incarceration of Japanese Americans during World War II. And apparently she was doing all of this to, to prepare for MAGA and Trump coming to DC. But guess what? Well, despite all that whitewashing she did, Trump fired her. And according to reports, they think it may be related to his 2022 criminal case where he was accused of mishandling classified documents. The archivist played a key role in that case. And although she did not come aboard till 2023, Trump fired her without giving a reason. He let her go. And despite the fact that that case has been thrown out, he still said she had to go. Y'all, this guy is just, I don't know. We knew he was going to be on this revenge tour, and it's just crazy. Like, people being fired left and right, people being pressured to resign from their jobs. Yeah, every day it's something. We knew it would be a circus. We just didn't know they were going to put on a show every single day. Y'all, I was recently at the National Archives with my kids, and I had a chance to walk around and see the history and talk to some of the staff there, the security staff, who were concerned about the archives being whitewashed. And I had this thought today after reading this article. I really hope that Trump and MAGA, because it's no longer the GOP, it's MAGA, I really hope they don't try to destroy any of those records. It seems as though they don't have checks and balances. We saw what Trump did by giving Elon, who has not been elected to any office, access to our sensitive data in the federal payment system. And we know that they are the party of lawlessness. And I really hope that he doesn't try to further whitewash history or do something to destroy records in order to keep himself as president. I don't know. Guys, let me know what you think about this. Okay,
so let me say this. Al Rich said, could this be the swamp Trump talked about? Well, it absolutely could be, beloved. I have several questions, but here's the thing. Now I want you all to pay attention. She said that this woman that Trump fired was whitewashing the whole place. And then she said she hopes Trump doesn't come in there and try to further whitewash it. Well, my question is, why the hell was she whitewashing in the first place? Why was she whitewashing in the first place? Did anybody tell her to do that? And all of those historical documents in there, they need to sit down somewhere, because you got the Dawes Rolls in there. You got all the histories of our ancestors. You got all kinds of information in there at the end of the day, okay? You have the pictures from the Japanese people when they were in the internment camps and all that stuff. See, these are things that they would like to get rid of, because these are the same people. You have to remember, these are the same people, and by the same people, I mean specifically the Republicans. These are the same people who said that they don't want critical race theory taught in school, which it isn't taught in school. It's actually taught at college levels, but they don't know what they're talking about. What they really mean is they don't want Black history being taught. And so that's the problem. Okay, so I wouldn't put it past them to go in there and just start shaking things up, moving things around, okay, at the end of the day. And then I see somebody say something about reparations in there. We're going to talk about that in a minute, because I'm going to tell y'all right now, please, whatever you do, people who look like me, do not fall for the banana in the tailpipe, okay? Because y'all know the Democrats are full of bullshit. But let's continue. Okay, let's go to this video. Likes up, everyone, please like and share, where they're talking about the top Social Security official quits after refusing a request from Elon Musk Department of Government Efficiency, okay, to access sensitive government records. And here's the thing. Now, that lady that was just talking, I want y'all to pay attention. Vincent Am said facts on Box, Queen. I know that's right, honey, on Box. So listen, the thing is, she just sat there and said, oh, and he's got access to our sensitive data. What is your sensitive data, lady? That's what I want y'all to tell me. What the hell is any of y'all sensitive data? Somebody put it in the chat right now. Because all of these people that be talking about, oh, Elon's going to see our sensitive data. Y'all know damn well Elon already saw your sensitive data. Don't you follow X? If you're on X, okay, especially if you have a blue check by your name, he might already have some of your information. Then another thing is this. Another thing about it is this. I find it all interesting because half of y'all, when you get new cell phones, like iPhones specifically, or you join new social media platforms, or you get new apps and you download them to your phone, you don't give a damn about no sensitive information. And how do I know you don't? Because you do not even read the little guidelines or whatever they give you. Okay? That's what y'all don't read. Now, no, you don't. The terms of service. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all don't read that. And you know you don't. Now, I know y'all don't read it. It's because when they shut down TikTok for a minute, okay, Evelyn said, preach, queen. Okay, thank you, beloved. Because here's the thing. When they shut down Twitter for the 12 hours, I don't even think it was a whole day, but when they shut down Twitter, and a bunch of us, myself included, ran over to Red Note and joined. Now, y'all know that's a Chinese app. And everything's written in Chinese. Okay, when you get on there, you can set it to English or whatever. But in the meantime, when you sign up, when they ask if you accept the terms of services, okay, the terms of service, it's in Chinese. Okay, how many of you all read Mandarin? I'll wait. How many of y'all read Mandarin? Yeah, but y'all signed it. Okay, sit down somewhere. Y'all don't even read the terms of service on Facebook. None of this stuff. And I know you don't. And then talking about sensitive data. At the end of the day, didn't Facebook have data leaks and breaches? Okay, yeah, they sure did. And somebody's suing them, by the way. But let me continue because I'm getting all off track. Now let me go to this video about this lady or this Social Security official who quit thanks to Elon. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, here we go.
All right, we have some breaking news for you. The acting head of the Social Security Administration has resigned. Michelle King's departure comes after she refused to provide DOJ staffers access to sensitive information. Your information. King had been with the department for 30 years. It's the latest act of resistance meant to slow cost-cutting moves by President Trump and Elon Musk. DOJ had to go to court to gain access to Treasury payment systems, and it is fighting to enter a sensitive database in the IRS. All right, we have some breaking news for you. The acting head of the Social Security Administration has resigned. Michelle King's departure comes after she refused to provide DOJ staffers access to sensitive information. Your information. King had been with the department for 30 years. It's the latest act of resistance meant to slow cost-cutting moves by President Trump and Elon Musk. DOJ had to go to court to gain access to Treasury payment systems, and it is fighting to enter a sensitive database in the IRS.
Okay, I know I let that play twice. I'm sorry, I was doing something. Okay, so y'all heard that. I mean, is it really that serious? Let's talk about it. You know, it looks like DOJ is really shaking things up. Okay, I just want you all to pay attention. Looks like they are really ticking off some people, specifically the Democrats. Okay, that's what they're doing. But anyway, hold on. I mean, these people, in my opinion, they should have expected this because Trump had already told them, you know, he'd already told them what he was going to do. He already told them how it was all going down. And so, you know, I guess some of these people say they'd rather step down or resign or whatever than being fired. Acting head of Social Security Administration resigns after dispute with DOJ report. Okay, now the Social Security Administration's acting commissioner reportedly resigned over the weekend after a dispute with the DOJ department over Elon Musk-led group's efforts to access sensitive government records. Now, Michelle King, a career federal worker who had been with the SSA since 1994, quit over the Doge disagreement Saturday and was replaced by Leland Dudek. Okay, they didn't waste any time, honey. They already had a replacement waiting for her. So Dudek, who has been supportive of Doge's efforts to root out waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal government, will serve as acting commissioner of Social Security Administration until President Trump's pick to lead the agency, Frank Biscano, is confirmed by the Senate. Now, Doge staffers embedded at the Social Security office reportedly sought access to sensitive files in the same manner they have at other federal agencies, such as the Treasury Department, since Trump established the cost-cutting initiative. Now, the SSA, which is the Social Security Administration, which manages Social Security payments for more than 70 million Americans, holds troves of personal data. I want you all to pay attention to how they just keep talking about personal data. They just really keep on talking about personal data. See, that's what they're really trying to do, is fearmonger. Like, oh, if Trump and Elon get your personal data, then what? Because here's the thing. Here's how I look at stuff. Now, maybe I look at things a little bit different, than some of you. But here's how I look at it. Truzno said these people are just fearmongering. Absolutely. Here's how I look at things. I see it like this. At the end of the day, when we we do business, okay? We handle business at so many places that are privy to our information, okay? I have gone in a doctor's office years ago and saw someone's chart lying open with their social security number. And I said something to the young lady at the desk. I said, are you just going to leave that person's information out like that? You don't put things like that away immediately after the person's leaving, or when the doctor gives it to you or whatever. I'm standing here. I don't know this person. They don't know me. I have no business to be able to see their social security information. And then what about late at night when the cleaning crew comes in here? How do you make sure they're not going to go in anything? Because some people, get these jobs where they can steal other people's identities so they can go and grift. So I'm just saying, people, stop worrying your pretty little heads about Elon seeing your data. That man doesn't care about your data. The only thing Elon's concerned about is where the hell's all the cash going. Okay, because him and Trump want to see how much they can get for themselves. But seriously, that man's not thinking about you all's personal data. And what the hell's he going to do with it anyway if he even looks at it? Terry said your social security number is not secure. Exactly. Okay, Nubian Cutie says happens all the time. They need to stop it. That's exactly what they need to do. Okay, Al Rich said exactly, Queen. The janitors know everything. Thank you. I mean, do y'all really think that all of these people that get hired at these jobs to do cleanup and stuff, that they're all on the up and up? Is that what y'all think? I remember when I was in college and I was doing security, and remember, I've told you all these stories before when I was doing security, and there was a guy who was doing security who was stealing the damn cell phones. Okay, he was stealing cell phones out of people's offices because I was doing security. We were doing security at AT&T. I just want y'all to pay attention. And they're stealing people's cell phones and all of that. That's what he was doing. Somebody, one of the employees happened to see him with a phone that looked like theirs. Mind you, of course, they didn't know it was theirs, but they came to report to him that their phone was stolen. It was a brand new phone in a box given to them by their boss. And they came to report it to security, and just so happened that the idiot stole it the night before when no one was there but him, went through the man's desk. It's no telling how many desks that they actually went through. This is what people do. So your stuff is never really secure, is all I'm telling you. So please, let's not all get up in a tizzy, a frenzy, and act like, oh, Elon's going to see our data. Okay? That man was in there stealing cell phones, honey. And then what was so crazy is when the guy came down to report it, and the guy was asking him, well, what did the phone look like? And he's describing it. He says, oh, you know what? It looks similar to yours. And that's how he got caught. And that's how he got caught. Okay? Panther Strike says, Queen, I remember 2021, you told us to get ready for the stuff. The stuff is here right in our faces with Trump and Musk. It will get worse. Exactly. And thank you, beloved. See, you were paying attention. All right. You were paying attention, Panther Strike. Thank you, beloved. I absolutely did. I've been telling y'all this stuff since 2020 and 2021. Absolutely. And it's all coming. And I keep telling y'all about that power grid outage that I'm waiting for. Okay. Y'all need to be preparing for that too. But let's keep going. because they go on to say that the agency has a list of every social security number that has ever been issued, as well as work and pay history and banking information for millions of Americans. Okay, and your point is the people in the bank see those same things, and there are thieves who work in banks. Okay, I know someone whose cousin was arrested for stealing money orders or something out of the bank, right, and then used it to pay her rent. How foolish could you be? But let me continue. Now, they go on to say that Social Security also keeps the medical records of Americans who have applied for disability benefits. Okay, it's unclear what specific information sought by Doge led to King's resignation. They say President Trump has nominated the highly qualified and talented Frank Bisignano to lead the Social Security Administration, and we expect him to be swiftly confirmed in the coming weeks. Now, this is what the White House spokesperson Harrison Field said in a statement to the Post. They say in the meantime, the agency will be led by a career Social Security anti-fraud expert as the acting commissioner. Now, President Trump is committed to appointing the best and most qualified individuals who are dedicated to working on behalf of the American people, not to appease the bureaucracy that has failed them for far too long. Okay, the SSA did not immediately respond to the Post request for comment. Okay, so what do y'all think? Do y'all think Elon and Trump are doing too much? Let me know what y'all think about it. And they go on to say that King's resignation comes as Musk has recently been scrutinizing alleged Social Security fraud. Okay, claiming to have found instances of 150-year-old people collecting Social Security benefits. Do y'all hear this? Keep digging, Elon. Keep damn digging. Now, this is all crazy. Do y'all hear this? 150-year-old people out here collecting Social Security benefits and suspiciously rich federal workers whom he suspects of self-dealing. Well, didn't I tell y'all money laundering anyone? Okay. Now, the Tesla and ex-CEO turned special government employee expressed disbelief on Sunday after uncovering that 20 million people are listed in the Social Security database as over 100 years old. And y'all know ain't damn well there's no 20 million people over the age of 100. Okay. Y'all know that's a lie. So they say this might be the biggest fraud in history. That's what Elon wrote on X. The biggest fraud in history. Okay, I just want y'all to pay attention. This is a darn shame. This is a darn shame. But y'all sitting there talking about, data breaches and all of this. Please sit down somewhere, okay? Y'all sitting here talking about he can see personal data. Nancy Pelosi, Auntie Maxine Waters, okay, Elizabeth Warren, and all the rest of them don't sit down somewhere and have several seats because they know they are full of cap. Oh, crazy. Booming Black economy says those fear-mongering Democrats are worried about they're worried about something and it ain't our data. You know that's right, beloved. That's exactly what it isn't, okay? That's the last thing they're concerned about. Hey, they're trying to go in there and see what y'all been in there doing, Democrats. Okay, come out wherever you are. Please, Elon's shining the flashlight on their wasteful spending and money laundering, because that's what I think they've been doing. Thank you for your contribution to the channel, beloved, and thank you for your insight into the topic. Peace, love, and blessings to you. Yeah, they've been doing some dirty work. Now, listen to this, because now all of a sudden, the Democrats want to come out and start trying to tantalize us with reparations talk. I find it all interesting because they had plenty of time to get us reparations. They had Obama in office for 8 years. Okay, Obama didn't care nothing about getting us reparations. And don't y'all even think about saying, oh, well, he couldn't do it. He could only do so much. Sit down somewhere, okay? Y'all can sit down somewhere. And then we had Biden in there, and Biden had the House and the Senate. And don't even try to say he didn't, because it was 50-50, and Kamala Harris cast the deciding vote. Okay, that's what you could do. So, yep. And nobody wanted to give us no darn reparations. And then people started acting crazy all of a sudden. So let's talk about it. Like up, everyone, please like and share. See what the Dems do. I'm going to tell you what they do. What the Dems do, and I've told you all this before. The Democrats sit up there and they, they act like they want to do things for us, but they never do them. And then they wait till the Republicans are in office, and then they want to bring up stuff that, that they know we want done, so we can look like, oh, the Republicans aren't going to do anything for us. Well, the Democrats didn't do anything either, as far as I'm concerned. At least they didn't do what I wanted them to do. How about y'all? Okay, how about y'all? So, and Obama really didn't have a lot of power. I'm not going to even say that he did, because the Dems under Obama's watch probably had the worst or the least amount of power since Dwight Eisenhower. Yeah, and I'm not even joking. So really can't blame it on him, but I can blame it on Biden. Okay, because Biden could have made a change, but he didn't want to. He was too worried about the immigrants, saying, hey, the immigrants are the future. Get used to it. And if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. And no, I'm not going to do anything specifically for black people. That's what y'all's Democrats said. Okay, now y'all sitting up here whining about some data. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and show some of this. I'm not going to show the whole thing because, mind you, it is about 40 minutes long, honey. So I'm going to skim through it. But I want to hear what they sit up here lying about as it pertains to reparations, because they can miss me with it at this point.
Repairing the deep structural injustices that continue to harm Black communities today. The racial wealth gap in America is not an accident. In Boston, my home city, the Federal Reserve counts Black wealth at just $8, compared to the wealth of white households at $247,500. Nationwide, the racial wealth gap is over 10 trillion. That's trillion with a T.
You know what I find that's very interesting? You know what I find that's very interesting about this whole thing right here? Now they want to bring up some reparations. Now, they know darn well Trump and Elon is not going to give us reparations. They know that. They're trying to start mess. They're trying to be messy. I want you guys to pay attention, because first of all, Trump and Elon are trying to stop all this extra money being spent to other places and all this and that. So they're not about to start passing out no money. We already know it. They wouldn't pass it out even if they had it, just like the Dems wouldn't. All that money that they spent foolishly on other things, putting it in their pockets and whatever they did within their bank accounts or whatever, going on fancy trips, becoming multi-millionaires, okay? All that money they spent, they should have been giving us reparations. So I don't really want to hear nothing that they have to say, because this is nothing but a hoax, a Democratic hoax, okay? Like Trump said last time.
This shameful reality is the direct result of generations of precise, intentional policy harm codified into our laws and budgets. And it is specifically the result of slavery and the anti-Black society that followed. From Jim Crow to redlining to mass incarceration, our government, through policies and budgets, has perpetuated and entrenched these harms for generations. The disparities that we see in health outcomes, housing, education, wealth, and more are by design. Today, our government has a moral and legal obligation to right those wrongs, and reparations are a necessary step towards achieving justice. Now, here's what the bill would do. H.R. 40 creates a federal commission, an expert body charged with investigating the enduring impacts of slavery and its aftermath, and developing concrete proposals for reparations. This is a pragmatic policy that is fundamentally about repairing harm and building a more just America. Whether you are in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Trenton, New Jersey, or Mattapan in the Massachusetts 7th Congressional District, this is about ensuring that every person has a fair chance at the American dream. Now,
she knows good and darn well she doesn't care whether or not anybody has a fair chance at the American dream. And I'm quite sure she probably has multi-million dollars in her darn bank account too. I mean, look how shiny her head is. Okay? You already know she got some money. Pay attention. Anybody whose head's that shiny, yeah, they're sitting on some stacks of cash, okay? And the Inkwell called her Wakanda Warrior. That's exactly what she looks like. All right? She's over here balling out of control. They want to sit there and talk about people struggling and strife. Lady, you can't relate to us. Get the hell out of here with your shiny head ass. I ain't got time for it. But let's keep listening to the bullshit.
I know some like to think that Rosa sat, Martin marched, and John crossed a bridge, and we were free.
but we are still very much in the civil rights movement. Every day, the progress that we have fought for, the gains that have been made, are under assault and being rolled back. Donald Trump and his co-president Elon Musk and their enablers in Congress and the courts are working overtime to strip away our rights, from gutting affirmative action, dismantling voting rights, to attacking diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives that benefit Black folks and everyone who calls this country home.
Now I want you all to pay attention, because see, here's the thing. This is what I don't like. Okay, I gotta speak on this. And some people might not like what I'm about to say, but this is just the truth, and I have to say it. First of all, Lisa Jackson says, good Lord, how long does this need to be studied? I'm done. Honey, I'm done too, beloved, because why the hell, when it comes to us receiving reparations or even a mention of it, they have to do a darn study. Did they study for anybody else that got in this country? No, they didn't. They're so full of crap that it's ridiculous. Thank you for your insight into the topic and your contribution to the channel, beloved. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay, now they need to sit down somewhere, because see what they're trying to do here. Notice how she talked about, affirmative action, DEI, things that directly benefit Black people and others. You're going to say Black people first. Any other time, Black people are last. Do y'all think about that? Any other time where they're talking, Black people are the last ones to be mentioned. But now she wants to mention us first. Like, ladies, sit your ass down somewhere, because we all know, if we got sense, that affirmative action and DEI was mostly for gay white men and white women. Okay? I've never been a DEI hire. Okay? I didn't benefit from affirmative action. All right. I got jobs based off my credentials and accolades. So please pay attention. And that's what most Black people get their jobs based off of. So don't sit up here and try to act like we're going to be missing something. At the end of the day, I don't care. I don't care. What I do care about is the price of groceries, the price of gas, okay? Being able to breathe clean air, not being forced to take mandates for bullshit and being locked down, okay? I don't like any of those things. That's what I'm concerned about. Farmers' harvest being destroyed, milk being poured out. Yeah, that's what I have concerns about, lady. I don't want to hear this bullshit you're talking about. All they're doing is sitting up here crying, growling and complaining about Elon digging for the dirt. That's all it's about. If they're not whining and crying about Elon digging up dirt on them, and they're trying to gaslight us and trying to deflect by not just coming out and saying, oh, we're mad, because Auntie Maxine told the truth. She said, we don't even know what all they got on us. That's what she said. That's going to forever be funny. Auntie Maxine snitched on herself. Yeah, but the rest of them, what they try to do is they try to act like perhaps, oh, maybe, they're going to get y'all's data. And they're out there meddling y'all's data. They're going, all y'all's private stuff is in there. The people's Social Security benefits and disability paperwork and all that stuff's in there. That's what they want us to be worried about. No, we're not worried about nothing. Okay, because we know what you're really worried about, lady. The money laundering that y'all have apparently, allegedly been doing. Okay, average said eggs cost $13 a dozen in milk in California. Exactly. Lady, tell us about that. What you going to do about that? Now, Booming Black Economy says Black America isn't falling for another HR 40 trick bag. We've already told them where to put that HR nothing burger. Exactly. Okay, they can miss us with it. We're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe again. That's what we're not going to do. Okay. Thank you, beloved, for your contribution to the channel and your insight into the topic. Peace, love, and blessings. Now, I'm going to listen to about 2 more minutes of these lies she's sitting up her telling.
I think it's really important in these times that we call a thing a thing. We're in a moment of anti-Blackness on steroids, and we refuse to be silent. We will not back down in our pursuit of racial justice. And while we do the work of resistance and blunting the many harms of this hostile anti-Black administration, it's imperative that we continue advancing an affirmative agenda for Black America and building momentum toward this critical priority. So today we have a choice. We can continue to uphold an unjust status quo, or we can work actively to disrupt it. We can allow our history to be erased, or we can actively engage in truth-telling. We can and we must confront our past and take meaningful steps to repair the harm that has been done. HR 40 is an opportunity to do exactly that.
All right, lady, I've heard enough of your lies. At the end of the day, like I said, if she was really down for HR 40, how come y'all haven't already implemented it? Now you want to bring it up? Okay, when Trump gets in there and they're trying to dig out y'all's dirt and all the wasteful spending y'all did, y'all know darn well Trump's not about to issue no darn reparations. So don't even come at us with that trick bag, lady, trying to pull no kind of con games on us. We're not falling for it. Okay, F out of here. All right, get the F out of here. Now, so with that all being said, listen, I'm gonna show you guys a couple of fun videos that I thought y'all might want to see. And then I'm out of here because I have somewhere to go. That's why I came on earlier this morning than usual. But y'all listen to this. This woman died. She was like 91 years old. And this poor old lady died. And the darn landlord had the audacity, dare I say, to try to charge her family. Okay? Tried to charge her family for her rent. Pearlie says, Queen, I wanted to hear your thoughts on T.I. owning affordable housing. This is a way to help our community. Yes, honey, what's my thoughts on it? I love that for T.I. I love the fact that he's doing it. Let me tell you something else he's doing. He and I believe it's David Banner and Killer Mike. They all were helping these elderly people over in the area of town where T.I. used to live. It's called Bankhead, or it used to be called Bankhead. Now it's Donnelly Hollowell, but have been helping those people keep their homes and stuff. Okay, and then he bought up this fish restaurant that everybody used to love, the Bankhead Seafood. I think that's what it's called. They bought that too and refurbished it and all that stuff. It's going to be open soon, I expect. But I'm just saying, yeah, he's doing a lot. You know, a lot of these celebrities, they don't put back into their community. And quite frankly, they don't even think about their communities once they leave. Okay, so yeah, I think that's awesome. Shout out to T.I. Now listen to this, okay? Like I was telling you guys, I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this. Apartment complex charged a woman who died $15,000 for terminating her lease and thought the family was supposed to pay for it. Like, these people are just greedy as hell. What is wrong with humanity?
Charging them because they say she broke her lease when she died.
They want the rest of the about a year's long worth of rent from a dead person.
91-year-old Sandra Bonilla died in late June and was buried at Fort Sam Houston National Cemetery next to her husband. For more than 10 years, she lived at the Lodge at Chavano Park Apartments. At the time of her death, Bonilla had almost a year left on her 2-year lease.
We went to the apartment complex, spoke with the leasing manager, and he told us that he would use the security deposit towards the cleaning and turning over the apartment, and that they would terminate the lease.
But later, the family received this bill for $14,000 in accelerated rent and an $1,100 lease break fee. It even states the reason for her move out as deceased.
I think it's pretty unusual. I've never heard of anybody trying to charge an estate or somebody who's deceased for rent before.
Attorney Bill Clanton, who specializes in consumer and debt collection law, says a section of the Texas Property Code states a representative of the tenant's estate may avoid liability for future rent if they take 2 steps: remove all property from the apartment and provide a written notice of termination. And the landlord can only charge up to 30 days rent after the notice is received.
The landlord can charge for about 30 days.
Tenants charging them because they say she.
That's a darn shame, okay? That is such a darn shame. People are ridiculous. Just trying to get over. Honey, I would have looked at them and laughed right in their face, okay? Because if somebody passes on, honey, their debt is not mine. You need to get the hell up out of here is what you need to do. Now listen to this, because this is real crazy work. Okay, they caught this fool on surveillance camera. He came and tried to set this black woman's house on fire. Okay, broad daylight, mind you, a nasty neighbor. I don't know what kind of beef they had going, but he literally came and was pouring gasoline on her darn driveway. Like, who does that? Here we go.
New at 5 o'clock, a Katy area man is caught on camera dousing a neighbor's house with gasoline while wielding a sword.
Yeah, part of what happened, caught on video. You see here, investigators say the man set 2 homes on fire, then threatened deputies.
Jason Miles is live with new reaction from the neighborhood along Fry Road for us. Jason.
Hey there, guys. Yeah, take a look here behind me. This is where the suspect is accused of setting one of those two fires. Today, he appeared in court for the very first time on charges of felony arson and other alleged crimes. Halloween decorations are up in many yards along Brighton Hollow Lane, but some say it was this neighbor's frightening actions that left them in fear.
Most definitely some craziness.
Jackie Gray's surveillance camera caught 46-year-old Fee Lee Din Wynn's alleged actions last week, when he's accused of pouring gas outside her garage while holding a samurai-style sword and smoking a cigarette. That's after investigators say he set this exterior brick wall on fire.
You know, I caught him doing it on film. I come out, I confront him about it. He admitted, and then after he think that my house is going to burn down, I was able to contain the fire. He tried to come back, you know, with a sword to attack me.
You setting my house on fire?
You can hear part of the exchange in this clip.
Oh my God. I got my kids in the house.
Before Gray runs back inside as Wynn sits in his driveway. He's also accused of setting fire next to another neighbor's home, 2 houses down from Gray. They shot this video of first responders on the scene, and this video of Wynn's arrest after he was tased for allegedly threatening deputies with his sword.
I don't know what the situation is.
It came out during Wynn's first appearance in court today that he has been diagnosed with a mental illness. He was given a total bond of $200,000 on felony arson, aggravated assault, and other charges.
If you violate your bond conditions, just one of them, one time, I will zero bond you. I will never give you another bond, and you'll be in the Harris County Jail until your trial date or until your cases are resolved. Are we clear?
Gray and others say they pray that Wynn making bond is not a possibility.
I mean, I fear for my life, and not only mine, my neighbors' lives.
And back here live, neither the folks who live in this house or Miss Gray say they had any particular personal issues with Mr. Wynn, but I'm told from others in the neighborhood that he's kind of known for his odd behavior, and I have learned that deputies have been called to his home before. Today, the judge ordered another mental evaluation. Reporting live in the Katy area, Jason Miles, KHOU 11 News.
It is all really troubling for that community. Jason Miles tonight, thank you.
Y'all saw that? Like, that's just some crazy ass stuff. Like, he really thought that he was just gonna come out there and just set her house on fire? Wow. What do y'all have to say about that? Because I tell you what, when she came out there and then she took off running and she's like, I got my kids in the house. Honey, he don't care if your kids are in the house when he's trying to set your house on fire. He does not even care, okay? He knew they was in the house probably before he even did it. Low down, dirty dog. Ooh, honey, this is why you have to have those power tools, you guys. This is why I tell you all, you have to exercise your Fourth Amendment right. You have to protect yourself, okay? That is the first law of nature, self-preservation. Because, baby, if I had looked out my window and saw him out there pouring that darn gasoline out there in my driveway, baby, I'd have popped up just like this. Say what? Sometimes you got to pop out and show ninjas, honey. Okay, sit down some damn words. What he better do, please. Pearl said demons running loose on the earth. Exactly. Like, people are crazy out of their minds. And that's just a fact. Okay, likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Now, here's another video I want you all to see. This man is crazy as hell. He was out here stalking this lady. See, this man is out here. What are y'all laughing at? Y'all need to sit down somewhere. I'm not even trying to be funny about nothing I just said, honey. I am very serious. This man was out here stalking this lady and went and got a fake marriage license and everything.
This man is under arrest, accused of stalking a woman and getting a fake marriage license, naming the victim as his wife. So get this. 33-year-old Trevor Nolan is charged with harassment. The victim told police that Nolan was calling her and threatening to kill her if she refused to be with him. Well, she blocked his calls, but says he sent her text messages, made a fake marriage license, and told her she was his wife. Police say Nolan called the victim more than 300 times. Memphis man is under arrest, accused of stalking a woman and getting a fake marriage license, naming the victim as his wife. So get this. 33-year-old Trevor.
What a weirdo. Y'all hear that craziness? I see why y'all were laughing. I just figured out why y'all were laughing. Were y'all laughing because I said the Fourth Amendment? I meant the second. Y'all know what I was talking about. Sit down somewhere, honey. Don't try to clown me this early in the morning. Okay. Not illegal search and seizure. Okay. That's what the Fourth Amendment is. But hold on. Now I want y'all, speaking of Fourth Amendment, I want y'all to listen to this. Now, this man says that he came home and he caught his wife in bed with his cousin, honey. And listen to what he says he did. This is all nefarious, honey. People are crazy out here in this world. Y'all be careful out there in them streets.
And I saw my wife in bed with my cousin brother. And I tell you, I snapped. I worked like a dog to make sure my wife don't break up a sweat. I told her, don't have to do the housework. I do it. I told her, don't cook. I'll do it.
So, did your wife survive?
My wife hit the floor dead. I shot her 3 times on the switch. I was going to say sternum. 3 times on the chest. My wife hit the floor dead. I dropped on my knees. I took the wedding ring out of her finger and I put it over my finger. From 2004 to now, I've not touched a woman and I'm proud. I'm proud. I don't need a female. I don't need a female. For what? The 5-10 minutes of pleasure comes with a load. Comes with a load. Because when I told my wife I love you, I meant it. Even my small son asked me, you never married after your wife. No. I fell in love once. Not twice.
Do you miss her still?
I'll always love her. I come home from work.
Did y'all hear that? This is crazy. Andrew said, Queen, you're so funny. Thank you, beloved. Did y'all hear this fool? He said he came home and saw his wife in the bed with his cousin. Isn't that what he said? And then the woman, and he shot her. Now pay attention. He didn't shoot his cousin. He shot his wife because she's the one that betrayed him, I suppose. But the woman said, did she die? He said, I shot her 3 times in the chest. She hit the floor dead. I mean, he's talking about it like he's telling her he's cooking for dinner. No remorse at all. And then my question is, why the hell is he walking around free? This time said the dog barking for a reason. Okay, why is he walking around for free? I mean, walking around, I said walking around for free. Why is he walking around free though? I have questions. Well, maybe he did serve his time, but probably wasn't what we would have thought. Now I'm gonna show you all 2 more videos and then I'm out of here. I want you all to see this nasty, low down, dirty Amazon driver who took I guess she took a leak. Yeah, because they said it's a pissy situation involving an Amazon worker. Y'all, listen, they got it blurred out, but she took a leak. It looks like it was on somebody's apartment porch. Like, this is nasty, like, lady. And people in the comments were basically trying to defend her. Like, what? Girl, why did you do it? Yeah. It's all crazy. Nasty fool. I would have called her ass back and told her to come get that damn pad she left. Did y'all see that? They said she left a dirty pad with a nasty stuff. Rise Riri said they do it in the city elevators. What? Where they do that at, honey? Truth said we pee in bottles. Where the hell do y'all live? Peeing in bottles and elevators and such? Where do you all live? A barn? I have several questions. I don't want to do any of those things. Okay, this is all nefarious. Okay, now let's go to this last video. I want you all to see this. Actually, I'm gonna play two more. This one is your lifeline. Okay, don't say I didn't tell you nothing. Now I'm gonna put an overlay over this just to be on the safe side, because it looks like this guy was in the middle of an interview. But this is something you guys probably need to hear, especially if you eat canned goods. I haven't eaten canned goods in probably 20 years, and I'm being very serious. Ever since I read Alan, what's his name? Not Alec Trudeau. What is the guy's name? Kevin Trudeau, who wrote that book, Secrets They Don't Want You to Know About. Now listen to this.
I mean, I bought this in today to show you guys. Okay. This is a can of great value. This whole kernel corn from Walmart. And we grow some of the best corn here in the Midwest. Okay. Look on the back of that and tell your viewers where that corn came from. Well, of course, we live in the Midwest, so this corn naturally came from Thailand. Okay, Thailand. Okay, but not only that, what is it? It has a warning label on it, doesn't it? It does. What does it say? Consuming this product can expose you to chemicals, including lead, which are known to the state of California to cause cancer and birth defects or other reproductive harm. And then for more information, there's a website listed. I don't think any culture anywhere in the world, certainly in this hemisphere, would expect that kind of a label. Another thing, I mean, I bought this in today to show you guys. Okay, this is a can of.
First of all, as soon as he said a can of greater value, I knew it was all going bad from there, honey. I do not want anything that's greater value. Okay, that's what I don't want. But I definitely don't eat canned goods. Let me tell you all something. If you all remember, if you ever read that book by Kevin Trudeau years ago, and I remember when that book came out, they were trying to discredit him, saying that in the 80s he was arrested for credit card fraud. I'm like, so what? What the hell does that have to do with him telling people about healthy living? It's like they just want people to get sick. They just want to put bullshit in the food for no damn reason. Okay, that's what they want to do. What are chemicals doing in corn? And then Kevin Trudeau was talking about how he went to one of these places. I'm not even going to say the name of them, but one of these canned good companies. And he went in there and he was asking them about the preservatives and the chemicals and stuff they put in the food. And so he was asking them if it was safe, and they were acting like it was. And so he said, well, here's the thing. He said, pour some in this cup right here, pour a glass full of it, and let me sit here and watch you drink it. And the guy said, I'm not going to do that. And he said, oh, really? Why aren't you going to do it? Yeah, because you know it probably kill you, right? He said the guy didn't say anything. Like, this is all crazy, honey. I haven't eaten a canned good since, okay? Now, let's look at this last video. And then, you guys, I love you all to life, but I'm out of here. The queen has things to do today. Now, I may come back later, especially if some interesting news comes out, some breaking news or something. Now, listen to this.
What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and I'm here at Biddy Mason Park in downtown Los Angeles to talk about one of the most underappreciated people in Los Angeles history, Biddy Mason. Former slave turned one of the most prominent landowners in early Los Angeles. Biddy Mason's contribution to this city can't be overlooked and needs to be celebrated. Let's get into it. In 1818, Biddy Mason was born into slavery in Mississippi. She was bought and sold into families South Carolina, Georgia, until one day a man named Robert Smith bought her and her sister. Robert Smith went on a 300-wagon caravan to Utah, 1,700 miles, and Biddy Mason had to walk behind. Not only did she have to walk, she was cleaning, she was herding cattle, and she was a midwife for 3 children the entire way. In 1851, Robert Smith made a crucial mistake for his purposes. He traveled to California, where slavery was illegal. Biddy Mason went to court and earned her freedom in 1856 and set out to make a life for herself. And that she did with such an impact. In 1866, after saving up her wages for 10 years, she bought land. This is 1866. It was nearly 100 years before Black people could buy land in certain parts of this country. And here was Biddy Mason in Los Angeles, living free and being an entrepreneur. By 1872, she was already a community leader, and she organized the LA First African Methodist Episcopal Church, otherwise known as First AME. That's right, that came from Biddy Mason. All the while, Biddy Mason went back to her roots and she nursed the sick, comforted prisoners, and pays a grocery to feed the families that were made homeless by the floods in Los Angeles. I mean, we're talking somebody with not just a symbolic, but significant importance on Los Angeles that is almost forgotten about. All the while, Biddy Mason kept saving her money and amassing more and more property, becoming an entrepreneur and one of the prominent landowners in Los Angeles.
Okay, so you all heard that. That is awesome. Now, I know most of you probably never even heard of that woman. Okay. Christopher Perkins said, "We love you for life, Queen." Thank you, beloved. I love you right. Black. Okay. Dragon Lily said, "Great book. I read the book." Okay, you read a book about her. That's awesome. Okay, that's awesome. All right, so I saw another comment. Al Rich says she owned the land where downtown Los Angeles sits on. Okay, all right. Well, shout out to Biddy Mason. You know, I never heard of her until I saw this video. That's why I was very interested. And I thought I knew, well, I do know a whole lot about Black history, but nonetheless. Okay, so I'm about to be out of here. I think someone asked me a question about my canned goods. I can't remember who it was. Someone said, "What am I going to do?" Was it Cyrus? Someone said, "What am I going to do when the outage comes if I don't eat canned goods?" Well, here's the thing. You know, when there's an outage, honey, you got to do what you got to do. Okay, I don't just eat non-perishable food items on a regular basis. I eat fresh, live food for the most part. So with that all been said, when there's an outage, honey, we're going to have to ration, okay? And we're going to have to do what we have to do. Still be sure to collect your non-perishable food items. And here's the thing. When I get my my non-perishable food items, you know, I get organic things like organic jackfruit, you know, and stuff like that or whatever. You can get that in the can, okay? The brine, brine, in the brine, and navy beans, you know, black beans, things like that, okay? So that's what I'm gonna be eating, honey. Please pay attention. Now, we can't be, here's the thing. If the lights go out, if there's an attack on the power grid, we don't have time to be choosy. Okay, I'm just saying on a regular basis when I go and eat or go get my groceries and things like that, I just don't care to get, you know, canned goods. But at the end of the day, we're going to have to eat canned goods if the power goes out, right? We're going to have to do a whole lot of things. I mean, listen, it may come a time, beloveds, where we may have to just live on the lamb, okay? We might have to live off the grid. Didn't Obama make that illegal? Andrea said, "Love you, Queen, always." And I love you right, Black, okay? So with that all been said, I'm about to be out of here. Listen, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Hold on, She Brew Copper said, "Yes, I didn't know you can freeze eggs." Freeze eggs? I never heard of such. Y'all can freeze eggs? All right. I didn't know that. The Inkwell said, "Can your own." Absolutely, you can definitely can your own food, but I don't have time for all that, beloved. Maybe I can make time, but I don't have time for that right now. I'm not even gonna lie. Terry said, "I have my ramen ready." If you don't sit down somewhere talking about some ramen, if you talking about some ramen. Okay, James said there's a Black-owned company called Good Foods that makes safe canned foods. Okay, thank you, beloved. Thank you for letting us know about that. I appreciate you. Y'all hear that? A Black-owned company, okay, called Good Foods. Good spelled with an E on the end. TC Dan says save canned goods for emergencies. Exactly, okay? Exactly. So thank you for your insight to the topic, beloved, and your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay, Fat Boo said that sodium will eat you up. You must be talking about with those noodles, okay? Because those ramen noodles, let me tell you something. The little packet of seasonings is which the part that everybody probably loves to put on those noodles. Those things are so extremely high in sodium. Okay, if you have blood pressure or anywhere near that, you definitely don't need to be eating those noodles with that seasoning on it. Okay, that's what you don't need to. I'm talking about your blood pressure go up sky high. It's really not good for you. All right. So anyway, with that all being said, I love you all to life. I hope you enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. All right. And I will talk to you all again soon. Peace.
Hit him with that flavor. Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got